The dark side of social media, the psychology behind addiction and depression. Social media has become an integral part of everyday life, but there is a dark side to it. While social media can help people stay connected and create meaningful relationships, it can also lead to addiction and depression. In this video, we'll explore the psychological factors behind these negative effects of social media and discuss how we can better protect ourselves from the dangers of overuse. Welcome to another Tip Daily video. The addictive nature of social media. Social media platforms have revolutionized the way we communicate, connect, and share information. However, over the years, social media addiction has become a growing concern, with research showing that people spend hours each day scrolling through their feeds. But why is social media so addictive? One reason is that social media triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. When we get likes, comments, or followers on our posts, our brain releases dopamine, which helps us get a temporary feeling of pleasure. Another reason is that social media creates a fear of missing out, FOMO. When we see other people's posts about exciting events, news, or experiences, we feel a sense of urgency to keep up with the latest trends and updates. This constant need for validation and engagement keeps us hooked on social media. Moreover, social media uses an algorithm that is designed to show us the content that we are most likely to engage with. As a result, we get trapped in a cycle of endless scrolling and liking, searching for the next dopamine hit. In addition, social media platforms are designed to be immersive, engaging, and addictive. They use tactics such as auto-playing videos, push notifications, and endless scrolling to keep users engaged for as long as possible. However, social media addiction can have negative consequences such as social isolation, sleep deprivation, and decreased productivity. In the next section, we will explore how social media use can also impact our mental health. The connection between social media and depression. The link between social media use and depression is not a new phenomenon. Numerous studies have shown that social media usage can lead to an increase in symptoms of depression and anxiety. But why does this happen? One reason is that social media use often leads to negative social comparisons. Social media allows users to constantly compare themselves to others, which can lead to a feeling of inadequacy and inferiority. People often only post the highlights of their lives on social media, which can lead to an unrealistic portrayal of life. When users compare their lives to these highlight reels, they may feel like they're falling short. Another factor that can contribute to depression is cyberbullying. Social media can provide a platform for bullying, which can have severe consequences for a person's mental health. It's not uncommon for people to feel ostracized or bullied online. And these negative effects and experiences can lead to the feelings of isolation and loneliness. The addictive nature of social media can also contribute to depression. Users may find themselves scrolling through their feeds for hours at a time without even realizing how much time has passed. When they finally put down their phones, they may feel like they have wasted their time and accomplished nothing. This can lead to feelings of guilt and disappointment, which can contribute to depression. Overall, social media can have negative effects on mental health. However, there are strategies that users can employ to manage their social media use and promote better mental health. It's important to set boundaries and limit the amount of time spent on social media. Additionally, users can unfollow accounts that can make them feel bad about themselves and focus on connecting with people who inspire them. Finally, it's important to remember that social media is not a true reflection of reality and to take everything posted on it with a grain of salt. How social media affects self-esteem. Social media has revolutionized the way we interact with one another, but with that comes certain drawbacks. One of the most significant issues is how social media can negatively affect one's self-esteem. Many people feel a pressure to present a perfect version of themselves on social media. This can lead to a sense of inadequacy when comparing oneself to others. Social media is often filled with posts highlighting other people's successes, attractive looks, and lavish lifestyles. It's only natural to feel envious of others when seeing all of their accomplishments on display. Unfortunately, this constant comparison game can lead to negative self-talk and decreased self-worth. People begin to believe that they are not good enough, not accomplished enough, or not pretty enough compared to their peers. This mentality can spiral into feelings of depression, anxiety, and diminished sense of self. Moreover, many social media users base their self-worth on how many likes and comments that they receive on their posts. They seek validation and approval from others to boost their self-esteem. The pressure to maintain a certain image can lead to unhealthy behaviors like deleting posts that don't get enough likes or continuously checking for notifications throughout the day. To combat the negative effects of social media on self-esteem, it's essential to understand that the curated online personas people present do not always reflect reality. Remind yourself that social media only presents a highlight of people's lives and not a representation of their day-to-day experiences. Focus on building self-confidence and self-worth in areas outside of social media, such as hobbies, work, and relationships. Limiting social media use can also help boost self-esteem and overall mental health. Take a break from scrolling and instead invest the time in some self-care activities. Start a gratitude journal, exercise, read a book, or connect with friends and family in real life. Remember, self-worth comes from within and is not determined by external factors, including social media. The role of comparison on social media. Social media has given us unprecedented access to the lives of others, allowing us to keep up with their friends, their family, and even celebrities. However, this access also comes with a downside. The constant comparison to others can negatively impact our mental health. Social media is a breeding ground for comparison. People are quick to share the highlights of their lives, from exotic vacations to perfect selfies. However, what we don't see are the struggles that the others go through behind the scenes. When we compare ourselves to others, we tend to only focus on their achievements and not their setbacks or difficulties. This comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. When we see others living their best lives on social media, it's easy to feel like we're falling behind or not measuring up. This can especially be difficult for young people who are still figuring out what they are and where they fit in the world. Another factor that contributes to the role of comparison on social media is the constant pressure to present ourselves in the best light possible. We curate our feeds to present a perfect image of ourselves, often at the expense of our authenticity. This pressure can cause anxiety and stress, leading to negative self-talk and a sense of disconnection from our true selves. Ultimately, the constant comparison to others on social media can lead to a host of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and even suicidal ideation. It's important to recognize the role of comparison on social media and take steps to manage our use of social media accordingly. One strategy to combat the negative effects of comparison on social media is to limit our time spent scrolling through the feeds. We can also focus on social media to be used to connect with other people and engage in meaningful conversations rather than simply consuming content. And most importantly, we should remember that what we see on social media is not always an accurate reflection of reality. It's okay to be imperfect and vulnerable and to celebrate our own unique journey instead of comparing ourselves to others. The influence of cyberbullying on mental health. Social media platforms are a breeding ground for cyberbullying, where individuals can hide behind anonymous usernames and attack others online. Cyberbullying is a form of digital abuse, which often repeatedly targeting someone with cruel and hurtful messages or actions, often with the intention of causing harm or distress. The consequences of cyberbullying on mental health are profound and can be long-lasting. The victims of cyberbullying are more likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem, as they may feel isolated, ashamed, and embarrassed by the harassment. Cyberbullying can also lead to suicidal thoughts or behaviors, as the victims may feel like they have no way out of the situation. Cyberbullying can also affect bystanders who may feel guilty or powerless to intervene. Witnesses to cyberbullying can also suffer from negative psychological effects, including feelings of helplessness, anxiety, and fear. It's important to understand that the impact of cyberbullying is not limited to the direct target, and it can affect a wide range of people. The best way to prevent cyberbullying is to take a proactive approach, encouraging healthy social media behavior, educating individuals about cyberbullying, and promoting kindness and empathy online are effective strategies for preventing digital abuse. Additionally, speaking out against cyberbullying when you witness it can help create a culture of accountability and compassion. If you or someone you know is a victim of cyberbullying, it's essential to seek support and help. Counseling and therapy can provide the necessary tools to cope with the effects of cyberbullying and develop healthy coping strategies. Remember, you are not alone, and it's crucial to reach for help when you need it. Overall, social media can be a powerful tool for communication and connection, but it's essential to be aware of its negative effects. Understanding the influence of cyberbullying on mental health can help us take the necessary steps to create a safe and supportive online community. Thank you for watching Tip Daily videos, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.